Hello, M.S-GOSS. So, I've been away, but I'm back, and I want to tell you about my adventures in London town. I went to London, as you all know, guys, as I was asked to go to do some interviews with Shift, the MS charity. And what they wanted to do was talk about symptoms that we struggle with and that we deal with, people with multiple sclerosis. And what they were going to do was they were going to put an animation. So they're going to do like a YouTube video or a video, and they're going to put like an animation next to me talking about my symptoms, which sounds and is amazing. Like, it just is going to be incredible, because that's one thing that I love about it, is by doing an animation, you can explain to people a bit more, like, or you can have something to show them, because sometimes it's really hard for people to really understand what you mean. You know, for instance, when you say things like, oh, my legs are so heavy, they can't really understand what you mean by saying my legs are really heavy, that, you know. So I say, like, you know, it's like saying, oh, it feels like they're stuck in the mud, you know, you can't really move fast. If you put, like, if you animate that, like, if you actually do a drawing of that, then they will be able to kind of like understand to some extent how it is. They gave me basically like cards, and then each card I had to say which symptom affected me, and then I would talk about it. I can't wait to see the results. So Shift also asked me to do some interviews, just like on the spot with some people. They are based in Somerset House in London, so I would just see what random people were there, and I would ask them a few questions. And the first question was, what do you think MS looks like? And the second question was, would you be surprised if I told you that I had MS? And what I gathered from doing these interviews, everybody's different. I know this is just this tiny area of people I was speaking to, but lots of people have no idea, A, what it is, and B, what it looks like. So, like, one guy, for instance, I asked him, and he was telling me about his boss and how he's this, and he had to do this, and da-da-da-da, and, you know, was really kind of going for it and kind of all being really doom and gloom. I don't think he meant to be, but he was just, you know, talking about his experience. And then I was like, okay, I've got MS. Would that shock you? And he was like, it was interesting to get people's thoughts and to get their opinions and to understand what they think it is and to kind of change people's opinions. But it also made me really aware as to, like, we've got a lot more work to do in terms of raising awareness and educating people. Sometimes people don't realise, like, yeah, I look healthy, but, like, you know, I still need for you to give me a bit of a break sometimes, if that, you know, if that makes sense. Like, I spoke about when I am feeling really tired, really lethargic, overwhelmed. It's like having like loads of small children just hugging you and holding onto your arms and just like making everything seem a bit hazy. And it's like, you know, also like having, if there is any Harry Potter fans, like a Dementor kind of hovering over you and just like sucking all this like life out of you. That's why, you know, what I associate it with, really. And then, you know, they were asking me, is there a film or is there something that you've watched or literature, something that you can kind of associate with MS? And I was like, yeah. Basically, MS is like Drop Dead Fred. Have you seen the film Drop Dead Fred? Go and see it. Okay, it's about an imaginary friend. Rick Mail plays the character. It's like having an imaginary friend, because they make you do some really awesome things, but then they can make you do some really, or they do really annoying things also.
I got some dog poo right here. All on side, all up here. Lovely, lovely, smelly dog poo.
In some ways, MS, you know, makes you appreciate life more, makes you just take your time, makes you slow down, makes you kind of pick up on life a little bit more. But then the shit side of it is it also stops you from doing loads of things as well. So, you know, I likened it to Drop Dead Fred. So go and watch Drop Dead Fred and then you'll know exactly what I mean. Like, when I get the animation, when it's done, I'll send it to you and you can let me know what you think. I can't wait to see it though. It's going to be really interesting. And then next video, I want to tell you all about me changing my drug, because I'm in the transitioning between Gilenya and then into Ocrevus. So I'll let you know how that goes. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys and dolls.